Are you in need of a 38mm dive watch? If, like me, you have a more modest size wrist, a 38mm diver is something that you should probably consider. The wearing experience tends to be a lot more enjoyable, and you tend to get something that's a little bit more unique in design too. Today, we'll be taking a look at this brand new model by Microbrand Phoibos. I do get to keep this watch, but all views and opinions are mine. First, a little bit of background. This watch is a re-release of an older Phoibos model. However, the original version of this watch was 41mm in case diameter. Now, Phoibos read all of the feedback that they got on that release and decided to reintroduce it with a smaller 38mm case. They've maintained the look of the original model, but they've added some exceptionally cool dial materials that seriously elevate this watch into something that's super fun. Now, there's 4 different models that you can choose from with this release. There's a Howlite version that has a marble-like effect, an aventurine glass option that looks like a starry night sky, a green jasper version that looks, well, like green jasper, and the version that I have, the yellow jasper version. All 4 models are limited edition to 100 pieces each, and they are all individually numbered on the caseback. I'll cover exact prices towards the end of the video with a discount code, but all of them come in under $400. Now, I'm not exactly sure what to call this style of watch. I think that it's got like an 80s vibe going on, but I could be completely wrong on that because, well, I wasn't alive. The case shape and dial design somewhat reminds me of like a Seiko 62 mass, but with a much harsher angular construction. It sort of has the 70s sports watch aesthetic too, so yeah, a complete mix mash of loads of different styles here. But it pulls it off well, I think. So this is the Phoibos Narwhal Yellow Jasper Limited Edition. We've got a full 316L stainless steel construction featuring a mixture of polished and brushed surfaces, notably brushed case sides and polishing to the upper lugs. We've got a signed screw down crown and case back, giving us 200 meters of water resistance. A 120 click loomed ceramic bezel with great action, no backplay or bounce, a flat sapphire with 3 layers of anti-reflective treatment on the underside, and 15 layers of BGW9 on the hands and indices. And I'll show you the loom shot very soon. Solid end links, solid links, and a milled clasp with micro adjustment. The finishing of the bracelet echoes that of the case, with a mixture of polishing and brushing throughout the links. Ticking away inside is the Miyota 9015. You can expect the usual 8 ticks per second and a 42-hour power reserve. But it's the wearing experience of this watch where I think a lot of people are going to be interested. Indeed, we have a 38mm case diameter. We have a nice compact 46mm lug to lug, and a relatively slim, for a 200-meter dive watch anyway, 11.5mm thickness. Now, I will say, because of the boxy construction of the case, it does appear a little larger on wrist than a typical 38. The lug to lug feels true to size, as you can see plenty of wrist after the lugs. Basically, this watch delivers a lot on the wrist without taking up a lot of space, which is down to that relatively compact lug to lug and the case thickness. Now, I think these dial designs are going to divide opinion. I like them, but I know some people will not. They feature oversized indices and hands, which allow for incredibly quick timekeeping, but they do have an extremely distinctive look. These huge markers do allow for some incredible loom action though. The loom is both strong and long lasting, but it's the dial material that's the star of the show here. This is a natural stone, which means every single dial is different from one another. Each dial will have its own personality, with unique details and colouring. Of course, you'll still get that beautiful warm yellow throughout the 100 pieces, but each will be slightly different. Also, I always love to see a 6 o'clock date window. I think that Phoibos has done a fabulous job making it blend in with the indices. The chunky framing to the window allows for an aesthetically pleasing dial layout. Now, the shape of the case is also a little bit weird on this watch. It features a super angular construction, specifically around the lug area, with a flat upper case dropping off instantly towards the lug opening. This flat construction continues on the case sides too, with almost no curvature to the side profile. But I think they've done a good job of merging all of the elements of this watch together. Nothing really looks out of place. The bracelet integrates well with the case, the bezel looks great with the dial. This watch absolutely has a distinctive look that you'll struggle to find elsewhere. Now, this super angular construction is probably a bit too much for my personal taste. I prefer my watches with a bit more curvature, and my main criticism would be the absolute lack of elegance that this watch has. I do appreciate the bold aesthetic that this watch has though. It has that super masculine look going on, which you you don't often find on a 38mm watch. But for me, it's that dial that's the star here. I've never seen a dial offering this colour before, especially with this insane case design. So even though this watch might not be to my style, I can see the great value on offer here with this new 38mm Narwhal model. Now Phoibos are currently running the discount code NW100 to get 100 off this watch. If you're in Europe, order from the European website to avoid import fees. If you're in the UK or the USA, order from the .com for better prices. You'll either pay $390 or €390 depending on where you live with that discount code. Free worldwide shipping, 2-year warranty. Phoibos website will be linked below. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure you drop it a like, subscribe while you're down there, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye for now.